Okay, today we're actually going to finish 2-1, so today we get to look at function notation. Before, what we would have had is x 5 times 3 plus 2, and I still end up with a 17. Notice what I might do is go ahead and say the function of 3 equals 17. I'm not going to try and divide that 3 away or anything, because all that's doing is telling me that I have a function and I plugged in 3. The answer was 17. Okay, that's all that means right there. Function notation is pretty cool because, you know, over here where I just said x equals 17, well, that's nice, but what did you plug in for x? We don't know. Whereas over here, it tells you, hey, I plugged in a 3 and I got 17. So I could try some more. I could say maybe like f of 2 equals 12. Cool, I plugged in 2. The answer was 12. That's pretty cool. All right, so we're going to do some more complicated ones than that. If we start with like 4a, again, I'm just going to be plugging this 2.8 in for all the x's. So I have 0.5 times 2.8 squared minus 5 times 2.8 plus 3.5. And for sure, you can definitely use a calculator on this. 2.8 squared is going to be 7.84. Oops, there we go. And multiply that times the 0.5 is going to give us 3.92. Now I can do a 5 times that 2.8, and that's going to give me 14. Add 3.5. And if we plug all of that into our calculator, 3.92 minus 14 plus 3.5, and we'll get a negative 6.58. Things are going to get a little bit more interesting when I plug in, like here where it has that variable. 0.5 times 4a squared minus 5 times 4a plus 3.5. So this time I'm going to square. Remember, the square goes to everything inside the parentheses. So it's going to be 16a squared. And negative 5 times 4 is going to be my negative 20a. Now 0.5 times 16 is 8. And I can say that, hey, I plugged in like so. Just so you know, in Delta Math, it's only going to want the stuff on the right side of the equal sign. Okay, so the next thing we're going to look at then, we're going to get started with 2-2 today. Linear functions, or linear relations and functions. So if it's linear, when we graph it, it's going to make a straight line. It literally says line right inside the word linear. It graphs to be a line. So it does have to follow these rules. No exponents other than 1. No square roots or any other kind of roots. No variables being multiplied together. No x's on the bottom of a fraction. No more than 2 variables, usually just x and y. That said, you can have only x and you can have only y if x equals a number and y equals a number. Alright, so we're going to play a game. Is it linear? Yes or no? So let's start with the 4x minus 5y equals 16. Go through your checklist. Are there exponents? Are there any roots? Are x and y multiplied together? Is x on the bottom of a fraction? No? Was that all the rules? More